Good morning, everybody. I'm Danielle Knox, and welcome to The Balancing Act. Today, an innovative way to save your child from possible obesity. A celebrity designer shows us how to give your student a cool study space, and the latest back-to-school fashions from a celebrity stylist. Those stories and more today on The Balancing Act.
Hi, welcome back. I'm Kim Alexis with Danielle Knox. An epidemic is attacking the youth, and we must put an end to it.
Yeah, pretty serious subject here, Kim. There are over 9 million children in this country that are suffering from obesity. Alarming forecasts project that if something is not done immediately to help address this growing problem, a whole generation will become twice as heavy as its parents and grandparents. And just think about the health consequences. They're going to be devastating.
Yes, definitely. And well, here to discuss the topic with us is Beverly Rothstein. She's president and founder of Your Slim Vision. It's a program helping teens achieve and maintain their optimum weight. Welcome.
Hi, nice to be here.
Nice to have you with us. And this really is a serious subject because obesity in children has both emotional and physical consequences. And I guess for me, as the mother of 3 kids, how has this epidemic gotten so out of hand?
It's been a question of the availability of fast food. Parents are working, the kids just grab something to eat. Nobody is actually supervising what the children are eating, and eventually their habits are formed and they just grab whatever they want to eat in large quantities.
Wasn't there a case I read where there was a liver transplant
Absolutely.
in a boy from eating poor food choices?
And
Absolutely.
How old was this
Obesity.
child?
15.
Oh my gosh. Are you serious?
This is sad.
Obesity
This is really sad.
has gotten so rampant that 15-year-olds have liver problems. Think about the enormity of the costs of the health plans and all of the consequences of bringing up a society of kids that are overweight, that have high blood pressure, cholesterol problems, arthritis. All of these things are health consequences for the next generation.
Right.
So the time is now to change those habits in teens, to make them have a different mindset and therefore become adults that are not plagued with all of these ills.
Right. So what you're saying is that you think that the mind is what's helping to control weight gain.
Absolutely, absolutely. Your subconscious mind is 88% of your mind. You do things that you're not even really aware of. They're habits.
You mean like the eating while you're busy watching TV?
Exactly.
And
Or doing
you're right.
homework.
It's subconscious, right?
It's subconscious.
All right. We have about 30 seconds left. Let's get to the DVD. Very quickly, tell us how this works.
Okay. The DVD part of the program, which is the basic part of the program, is 15 minutes. It shows the individual child what a good situation is and what the poor situation is. And done scientifically with special images, it changes how they visualize subconsciously what they're eating, how they eat, and how they feel. And it helps them feel better physically, emotionally, and just gives them better feelings. Their self-confidence goes up.
Beverly, a lot of great information.
Yes.
If we want to know more, because there's probably more to learn, where do we go?
Okay, you can go to my website, which is yourslimvision.com. On there you'll find out all about the product, testimonials, etc. And I also have an adult program there too.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, look at us, we like that. So it's all in our mind.
It's
really.
all in our minds,
Right?
not in our hips.
No, all in
All
our
right. Thank you, Beverly.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Get your kids ready for school in style. Celebrity stylist secrets are up next. All right, pay attention, all you hip moms out there. There is no doubt about it. Popular TV shows will influence what your kids will be wearing to school this fall. The movie High School Musical, for example, is really just a prime example of clothing styles that kids want to emulate. Joining us to talk about TV's influence on fashion and how kids can really get the look this fall on your budget is celebrity stylist Francesca Mills. Welcome, Francesca.
Thanks for having me, Danielle.
Why do TV shows set the stage for teen and tween fashion trends?
Well, teens are reading these gossip magazines, they're watching their favorite TV shows, and they want to dress like their favorite celebrities. Well, the good news is you do not have to spend a lot of money to get these young Hollywood looks.
Well, that's good. So what are some of the hottest styles that today's young Hollywood stars are wearing?
Well, there are two key trends for fall that I would definitely look for. The first is denim, and denim is always a trend, but this season you're going to see the return again of the skinny jean. Here we have a great pair of indigo piper blue skinny jeans for girls. Girls don't have to wear skinny jeans, of course. You can wear boot cut. And then the second big trend is plaid. And plaid is, plaid was all over the runways. For the women, we're seeing it with a plaid blouse, a really cute plaid kilt, plaid bag. For the guys, plaid is also a big trend, and we're seeing plaid button-down shirts all over the place, even plaid polo shirts, and we're seeing them tucked into a relaxed fit jean. Not super baggy, but relaxed fit, belted, definitely tucked in though, more of a polished look for guys.
Now, Francesca, when you say plaid, are you talking about tartan plaid or madras plaid?
Here we have madras plaid, but tartan plaid is huge for fall, and it's fun to mix them all together as well.
I'm a parent, and as we start getting ready for our kids to go back to school, we really want to know what some of the latest styles and must-haves are that really can go with any outfit.
Well, like I said, make sure you get your denim and your plaid, but the second most important thing are accessories. Accessorize, have fun with your accessories. Wear necklaces and belts and scarves. For the women, definitely scarves are a big trend. You're seeing those all over Hollywood, bohemian-style scarves, silk scarves. You can wear a scarf as a belt. And the other big trend are belts, actually. They're great for cinching the waist, taking a long sweater, turning it into a dress, by using a belt. We're seeing a lot of belts in men's fashion as well to help make your look more polished, as you can see here and here. So those are some big trends. A return to a more polished look, like with the Jonas Brothers, especially for men.
Okay, well, what advice do you have for aspiring young fashionistas out there?
Well, definitely read magazines, go window shopping, try to exercise your own personal style and see, what really looks good on your own body type. And Kmart is actually hosting a contest called Get in the Commercial, and it's at kmart.com/YouTube, so you can check it out for more information.
That's right. And so where can we go to get more information?
I would go to kmart.com, where you can find these looks.
All right, Francesca, thank you so much for getting us styling today.
Thank you.
You're thinking, why is this college girl in the balancing act? Well, here's why. I am now a freshman and I have learned a few things about the real world. Yeah, like cleaning my room. Moms, one word of advice, don't send your kid off to college without a basic cleaning package. It's cruel. We just don't have time to buy all those cleaning thingies.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back. Kim and I were just sitting here having this really interesting conversation because and she's laughing because the blackish, pinkish, orange-like stuff on the lining of your tub. It's that colorful something that you have to drench in cleaning product and scrub away with fine bristles as you bend your back out of shape. What are we talking about here, Kim?
That is mildew.
Oh, gosh.
And I have cute little mildew facts.
Oh, let's hear
Let me
'em.
show you. Do you know approximately 100,000 species of mildew exist?
Okay.
And it can be any color you said, black, orange, green, or white. Okay. Gross. It can be transported by insects, animals, or by the air.
Interesting.
So,
I didn't know the insect thing.
Yeah. So we're not bad house cleaners.
Yeah, no. Not most
Mildew
of the time.
requires oxygen, water, and a food source, sort of like soap scum or body oil, or even construction materials, they say.
Interesting.
Yeah. And it flourishes in a humidity temperature range of 70 to 90 degrees, which is what?
That makes sense. That's your kitchen and your bathroom. Yeah. And and that's the thing I always find interesting is the fact that, kitchens and bathrooms are breeding grounds for mildew, and it has a lot to do with what you said, the fact that it's so humid in there.
So again, it's not our fault.
Yeah, I know. I don't want to take responsibility for the mildew that's in Kim's bath. No. But you know what, on a more serious note, you know, and I know a lot of parents out there probably feel the same way, you really don't want your family exposed to any of that because mildew organisms can cause respiratory problems and allergies. And so, you know, for a lot of families who have children who are already allergy sufferers, that's one less thing that you want to have to worry about.
Right, exactly. It's just not good for them to have to deal with all that.
No, not at all.
So there are ways to get rid of our mildew problems.
Okay. What can we do?
There is this new product. It's called mildew-free sealant. And what you do is literally replace the grout that you already have in your around your kitchen sink and around your bathtubs, which is where that mildew collects. And you put this in instead. And it actually is very easy. You do have to remove the old grouting.
Okay.
And what you do is make sure the surface is dry and put this on. And you have to leave it for 24 or 48 hours before you get it wet again.
So you have to wait for it to dry, let it
set.
cure.
Yeah.
Yep. You know, the great thing I like about this too is the fact that it does clean up very easily. It cleans up with soap and water. So that's it. Just let it.
And it lasts for 7 years. So they have a, you know, you're going to be mildew resistant for 7 years.
That's a
big deal.
Great thing. And I know for a lot of families and a lot of parents out there, you really want to be in a situation where you're doing the best things you can for your family, that you're finding solutions to a lot of the problems that we have. And I know mildew for a lot of us out there is a pretty big problem, especially as we said in our kitchens and our baths. And so
we don't think it's really harmful sometimes. We sort of just think it's something that's just a color, or we don't really realize. And when you look at those pictures of these little animals, it's bad.
Right.
I mean, if we had a microscope, we'd be horrified.
Oh, I absolutely know that I would be. And I know one of the great things about this product is that you can find it in a lot of stores, right? It's available in a lot of areas.
Hardware stores, right.
Hardware stores. We can also find it online at sashcosealants.com, sashcosealants.com. It's available at most Ace, True Value, as well as Do It Best locations, or you can check your local hardware retailer.
Yes. And then we will not have colored mildew any longer.
No more black mildew for us, Miss Kim. But it's good stuff, though, I guess. Coming up next, how to provide your college student with a personalized dorm room. Don't go away. Attention parents, you know that heading off to college allows students a fresh start in their new space. And really their dorm room is going to be their home for the next year or so. And so it's important they feel comfortable in a space that not only shows off their personality, but also provides a great work environment as well. Celebrity designer Michael Maloney joins us today with his ideas for transforming that drab dorm room into a stylish study space. Welcome, Michael.
Thanks, Danielle. How are you doing today?
Oh, no problem at all.
Good.
Okay, so first tell us a little bit about your background and how you got started in the interior design business.
I've been designing my entire life. As a little kid, I used to close my door, lock myself in, rearrange my room. But I've been doing it professionally for about 15 years. I own my own stores in Los Angeles. I had 3 home furnishing stores for 10 years. And I've been doing interior design on television for the last 8 years.
Fabulous. All right, so let's get back to Dorm Room Design 101. Michael, how can someone update their dorm room without spending a fortune?
Well, you definitely don't need to spend a fortune when you're going back to school. And Sears asked me to come up with some rooms to give, you know, kids and their parents inspiration. So I came up with several different themes so that, you know, they could go online and see these things and be inspired to do it in their own dorm rooms. I did one dorm room that is eco. It's green. It's a very popular, you know, thing right now to think about the environment. So that's my favorite. Of course, I did a room for the girls. It's very pink and very girly. Room for the guys, the ultimate guy room. It's got Craftsman workbench actually as a desk. The nice thing about that is that when you're done with school, you've still got a workbench on your hands.
Very interesting. And so what are the top items that every dorm room needs?
Well, the first thing you need when you go back to school is a good set of bedding, because they're going to give you a mattress, but they're not going to give you a pillow, they're not going to give you sheets or a comforter. So as you can see behind me, the bedding sort of drives the room here. I chose black and white, popped it with a little bit of red, and that color palette goes throughout the whole room. Secondly, you need a great workspace. So your desk is very important, a comfortable chair, and also task lighting. You've got to be able to see what you're working on. The third thing is storage. Organization and storage are they're number 3, but they're number 1 to keep it tidy. Cubbies, anything you can put things in to slide under the bed. hangers that stack up, you know, plastic containers, all that kind of stuff's great. This right here is a Craftsman tool chest, which, as you see, is doubling as a nightstand and a dresser. And when school's over, you'll still have a tool chest on your hand. And the last thing, excuse me, would be some personal items, family photos, things that are sentimental from home.
Those are really great ideas. And I guess the question here is, why is it important to make a dorm room kind of feel like a home?
Well, these kids are going to be spending a lot of time there. So I think that the more that the dorm room feels like home, the more that it's comfortable, it reflects their personality, the more likely they are to spend time in the room and hopefully be studying. Mine.
All right, so where can we go to get more information?
Everything that you've seen here and that you heard me talk about today is available online at Sears.com. And something else that you'll find at Sears.com is a contest that we've got going. It's a giveaway. Basically, I'm going to be going to one dorm room somewhere in the country doing an ultimate dorm room makeover. So fill out that form, register, and I could be coming to your town soon.
Well, Michael, as you know, this show is called The Balancing Act. And so how do you personally balance your life between your work, your home, your family, your health, and your finances?
Wow. You know what? It's all about prioritizing. My job tells me where I'm going and what I'm going to be doing. And then I realize on the time that I have off what I need to do to recharge so I can go and do that again.
Well, Michael, it was really great talking with you this morning. And thank you so much for getting us up to speed on the latest dorm room design trends.
Thank you guys so much. Take care.
It's never too early to start teaching your children about personal safety. Parents, be sure to share this important tip from the safe side with your kids. Know your 3 safe side adults. Stay tuned for more tips from the safe side.
Is your dog bored and frustrated now that the kids have gone back to school? If so, we have some great tips for you, don't we, Maggie? Stay tuned. All right, so now that our kids are back in school, families all across this country are getting back to their regular routines. However, keeping the family together should include the 4-legged family members as well. We're talking about our dogs. You know, during summer, dogs are accustomed to a lot of outdoor activities, but when school starts up for the fall, dogs have less to entertain themselves because everybody's gone to school, gone to work, and so they often end up crated. Amy Robinson, certified dog trainer and creator of the Drool School DVD, is here to give us some helpful back-to-school dog training tips with her dog, Maggie. Welcome, Amy.
Thank you, Danielle.
Thank you for being here. And I know that you're an advocate of education for the dog. What are some tips?
Well, first of all, people have to understand that the dog craves the mental stimulation that training gives him as well as the physical exercise. A bored and lonely dog, especially now that kids are back in school, is the #1 cause of your couch cushions getting chewed up.
So what are some helpful back-to-school tips that parents can practice so that we can save our couches, save our sanity, and the dog still feels loved and feels a part of the family?
Right. Ideally, parents should spend a few minutes twice a day, no big deal, just running through basic commands and some good manners. And also be proactive with your commands, so that you're not trying to step in when the dog is naughty and say no, and that's a situation that's hard for you to control. During walks, during leash walks, use like the come and the sit command to keep the dog engaged and connected with you. And then at home, identify those bad habits that your dog has, like maybe chewing on fingers, and rehearse a better way in an environment that you can control.
So my son Santana wants a dog. We want to get him a dog, but when we asked him who's going to take care of it, he said we are.
Oh boy.
So how do we get them to take ownership?
Couple things. One, as far as the training goes, and it's important to get kids involved in that, is they don't want to do sit and stay. That's boring. So I show kids how to teach the dog a basic trick. Want to see Maggie's?
I'd love to see it.
All right. Here we go. Tricks have their foundation in obedience training, so it all works. Ready? Down. Good girl. Crawl. Crawl. Good. Crawl backwards. 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 Good. Crawl. This never fails to get kids giggling.
I bet, and I bet they love to show that off to their friends and family, don't they?
And then to get them involved in helping out with tasks, daily tasks, you want to help set up a job chart, and they can do this for you. Divvy up the tasks fairly so that you keep age appropriateness in mind.
Sure.
And you don't have your 4-year-old walking the Great Dane, of course.
Yeah, absolutely. The Great Dane would be walking the 4-year-old.
Right. And then at the end of the week, parents, if they choose to, can give the child a reward like maybe movie passes or having a friend for a sleepover. And I also tell families, start a new family tradition. Think about putting your cell phones and your music players away after dinner, and everybody get out for a 15-minute walk. Gets everybody connecting after a long day, and the dog really enjoys the togetherness.
What kind of games work well with kids and dogs?
Well, hide and seek is a great game, and it even works inside on a rainy day. And then red light, green light, the old classic, teaches kids to stop at that red light when the dog is chasing them. This is a common thing that happens when kids and dogs are playing together. Great safety lesson, and it gets the kids and dogs playing with a purpose.
Perfect. Well, Amy Robinson, thank you so much. Maggie, thank you. Some great advice. We appreciate you being here with us this morning.
Great to be here.
Now that I got the washing down, I need help with a few other things. Check this out. This dude down the hall, he told me that he gets this box from his mom like monthly with cleaning products and guy stuff, and he doesn't have to go to the store and buy it himself. It's so sweet. Mom, check out ReadyU.com and hook me up, please.
I'm Danielle Knox, and thanks for joining me today on The Balancing Act. Coming up tomorrow, Sears is here with the coolest new appliances and features for your Futurama house. And our motor guru is here. He has the 10 top gas-saving vehicles, while Kathy Peterson has some tips on decorating your buffet table for that dinner party you're having this weekend. We'll see you then.
Air travel for The Balancing Act provided by Southwest Airlines.